Good morning, everybody. This is Winning Wednesday. I know it's the middle of the week, and if you have made it this far, you can go a little further. I know some of you are saying, "Hey, I can't wait until it's Friday because you have the weekend off," and some of us work on the weekend, so Wednesday is just like another day because and it might be your off day like it is mine. So, anyway, today is Winning Wednesday. And I know that the last week there wasn't a video presented. The Lord has given me some time off last week to start this new series of videos. And I just want you guys to understand that, you know, this love covenant relationship, I just want to remind you, is sacred. You know, it's serious. And so it doesn't mean you have to go all out and be, you know, holier than thou, as most people say it. Um, but it does require you to be intentional about, you know, keeping this relationship sacred. So there are some things that I just want to go over with you today as God is transforming and renewing your mind. Know that this is a new season, and in each season, you know, sometimes you're going to have to go back to the basics and start from scratch. Start from the small places and work your way up when you're in a new season. The things that you knew last season, yeah, they're going to play a part in this new season, but they're not going to be as effective until you start from the beginning, because this is new to you. And so anything that's new to you and you don't understand, you have to seek to get understanding from it first. And so I want to start this morning by, hey, make up your mind. I know some of you are like, well, I want to know, Christ. I want to, give it a try, but, all kinds of things are standing in my way. And mainly it's just you standing in your way, because decision can only be made by you and you only. And so don't let others discourage you or keep you from, making the best decision of your life. The word says that if God be for us, who can be against us? That's in Romans chapter 8. You have to go read it and find it for yourself. And also, I want you to know that, once you have a made up mind and you've decided to, come on in and join the team, guess what? You're going to need to encourage yourself, okay? Because not all the time you're going to have people that's going to be around to encourage you. So you have to learn how to encourage yourself. So there are great people out there that, ready to, cheer you on. And there's going to be some who's going to say you're foolish, you're making a dumb decision. But, you are the one that has to live this life that God has given you, not anybody else. So make the choice that's right for you and not for somebody else. And so I ask you, God, to, just really, really seek, seek God in your own time by yourself and only hear his voice, during this crucial time and making this decision during this season. Okay. The next thing I want you to think about too is change what you have been thinking. That's what these series are all about, renewing your mind. Because, just the Israelites, when God brought them out, of Egypt, they got in the wilderness, and next thing you know, they were like, oh my goodness, we're going to die out here. We don't have any water and food. And, God just parted the Red Sea for them, and so just change your way of thinking. Look at the things of your past as, stepping stones. Look back. I know God have done something great in your life already, even though you don't have a relationship with him. He has one with you, and then he's working things out all the time in our lives. We just don't give him credit for it. We think it's us, our skills, our experiences, and everything that got us through all these things, but it was God. Also, resist them, those naysayers. Those people are going to tell you, oh, that's not the thing you should be doing. Those people are crazy. It's an occult and all this and that. But it's about relationship, not religion. Is That's what it's about. And we seek to have relationships all the time with people. And so this one is different, but the the way that you do it is the same. If you meet somebody, you want to have a relationship with them, you want to spend time with them, you want to get to know them, you want to learn to love them, you want to learn to trust them, you want to, when you're not around them, you want to be around them, you're thinking about them all the time. The same concept. The same concept. It's just a different person. It's just a different person. Okay, because God is a person. He's not here in the flesh, but you know what? And the word says that in the beginning was the word. And then in John chapter 1 verse 14 it said, and then the word became flesh. And that was Jesus. And so I just want you to, understand that, this is a relationship. It's your choice. You still have a choice. If you get into this relationship and you decide you don't want it anymore, guess what? You have that choice to turn away. God would wish for you to stay, in it with him, but he's not going to force you to do it. And another thing, okay, no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts. There's no getting into this relationship and think you're going to manipulate and control God. He does things in his timing when he decides to do them and how he decides to do them. So there's no shortcuts. There's no going around the back way, saying, oh, I love God, but I don't want this Jesus. You can't have it that way. That's not the way it works. Without Jesus is the only way to God. And I don't care what other people say. That's what my belief. That's what the word says, and I believe it, period. And so when you resist these things, when you go down this list and you make up your mind, and you encourage yourself, you receive encouragement from other people, and you allow the word of God to change the way you think, and and then you resist the naysayers, and then the next thing I want you to do, don't compare yourself to others. Once you made this decision, you've made up your mind, you decided, you want to enter into this new season and get what all God has for you, then you want to compare yourself to others. We're not all on the same level. We're on different levels in our life. And so one person is in one place and you're at the starting point, and so don't compare yourself to others, because you are all going to get to the same goal, not at the same time, but we will get to there. We will get there at the same goal. And so set an attainable goal, in this relationship, and don't allow anybody else. When you have a made up mind, nobody can change it. That's when you have a made up mind. When people can come and say, hey, I don't think you should do that and this and that, you don't have a made up mind if you decide to listen to what they say about your life. If they have not shown any fruit in the area of where you're trying to go, then they can't tell you what is good about that and what's not. And it says, and the next step I want you to take is to only look at your past to draw strength from it. Like I said before, all of us can count some times and look back at some times where we went in a pickle. We was in a bad state in our life, and the outcome was great. It didn't turn out to be what fate thought it should be for your life. Look at those moments and draw strength from that time. Draw strength from God and knowing that he was there then and he's there now. And I just want you guys to also, just be creative in finding ways to stay focused. Stay focused in this relationship. I put scriptures on the wall in my room. I put scriptures on sticky note on the mirror in my bathroom, on my refrigerator, anything I need to help me stay focused. In this season, the season I'm in, no matter what the season is, in my life, do be creative in doing that. Find fun ways, to stay focused and go out and be adventurous. Ask God to give you something, in your life that you have never had before, or something you're afraid of. I remember when I was afraid of flying. And then one day I said, you know what, I'm going to miss out on a lot if I'm going to stay in this place of fear. So I asked the Lord to, give me, I want to fly. I want to fly. I want to overcome this fear. And do you know that I think maybe a month or maybe probably a couple of weeks, a month later, the Lord blessed me with 2 free round trip tickets to anywhere in the United States. And that was the first time I flew, and I've been flying ever since. So God is only going to give you what you ask. And so don't be afraid to ask. He wants to give you, what he has for you. But if you're going to be afraid of it, then he can't give it to you. So ask and be creative in your asking, And now don't be asking things that's going to tempt God, okay? Because we're not trying about tempting him, but we're about, asking him so we can grow, in him and live the abundant life that he is designed for us to have. And so I just want you guys to, be just be creative. Be creative in your asking. Be creative on this winning Wednesday. This is a new season for everybody. Whether you embrace it or not, you're in a new season in your life. I know you are. And you know you are. And so just take that final step. Take that final step and just walk by faith and not by sight. Have a glorious day, and I love you all.